Today, we're going to talk about... sorry, hang on. Oh, 3080s are in stock. Out of stock? It's been less than 3 seconds. Are you kidding me?
Why can't I get a break?
How many of you still don't have that graphics card that you want because they go out of stock as fast as they come in? Comment below and share your frustration if that's you. Today, we're going to be talking about the graphics card shortage and what's causing it. If this kind of content interests you, then please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. So, where are all the graphics cards? This is the question, isn't it? I have money burning a hole in my pocket with nothing to buy. Are manufacturers artificially holding back inventory to keep demand high? No, probably not. Well, maybe, but probably not. What we're experiencing right now is quite literally the perfect storm. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, and GPU availability has suffered far worse than anyone figured it would. It's not unexpected for graphics cards to sell out really quick when they're first released. But come on, the 30 series came out in September. That was 6 months ago. Why are we still having problems getting graphics cards? Let's go back to the beginning and talk about all the hurdles that have led us to today. Reviews for the RTX 30 series started coming out in early September, and we were pleased to find out that the hype was not exaggerated. These cards were fast. Not only were they fast, but considering their counterparts from the 20 series, they were cheap. The 3080 has an MSRP of $700. That's compared to the $1,200 price tag of the 2080. That's $500 cheaper and a lot faster. This amazing price to performance dramatically increased demand. There was no way there was going to be enough cards to cover demand on release day. However, historically, once released, the stock should stabilize. Unfortunately, that just wasn't in the cards. Pun intended. Does anyone remember the great toilet paper shortage of 2020? At the beginning of the pandemic, somehow the myth started spreading that we were all going to run out of toilet paper. I'm not sure why that was the concern and not food and water, but it made for some great memes. While I was making fun of it, my wife came home with 2 giant packs of toilet paper. I asked her what she was doing, and her response was, "I think it's stupid too, but everyone's buying all the toilet paper and I want to wipe my butt." You know, you can't argue with that kind of logic. Everyone knew graphics cards were going to fly off the shelves because everyone wanted one. I remember people trying to sell off their 20 series cards prior to launch day just so they would have the money for the new cards. I honestly hope those people still aren't gaming on 750 Ti's. Unfortunately, it seems as if a good percentage of the first shipment of cards went to scalpers. These scalpers turned around and flipped these cards for 2 to 3 times MSRP. What's worse is that people were actually paying it. Those cards couldn't stay in stock either. This made the problem even worse because now scalpers were emboldened to buy more cards. There was even a board partner that was busted scalping their own cards on eBay. That was definitely a PR nightmare. Also, all of this happened about 6 months into a pandemic. That definitely didn't help things. Not only was society, for all sakes and purposes, shut down, but people were stuck at home. In fact, some people are still stuck at home. This led to a lot of people getting back into PC gaming. What's one of the most key components to a gaming system? Yeah, it's a graphics card. This wouldn't have been a huge problem if it wasn't for also the stimulus. Not only were people stuck at home with nothing to do, but just a few months prior, the government had given everyone in the United States a pretty fat and tax-free paycheck. You may call this an unintended consequence, but I knew from the beginning that these stimulus checks were not going to be used for necessities. In fact, I built several customers' computers that were spending their stimulus money. I even did a video on how to build a gaming rig for $1,200. I'll go ahead and tag that video here so you can check it out. Post in the comments what you spent your stimulus check on. I spent mine on the camera that I'm filming on right now. To make matters worse, the 30 series is a much more complicated GPU to fab, not something that makes for high production runs in the midst of companies being low-staffed and even worse, shut down. This order of events was honestly kind of expected, and many people believed that GPU availability would correct itself pretty quick. I heard many people talking about how by Q1 of 2021, we should be through this shortage. However, the perfect storm was far from over. It turns out that the Ethereum cryptocurrency is highly optimized to be mined by desktop graphics cards. It also turns out that prices started dramatically rising for Ethereum in late December, and by early January had matched its highest price ever. Today, it's almost double that at almost $2,000 at the time of this filming. So, just when we thought GPU inventory would stabilize, it comes crashing down again, and there's no end in sight. Eventually, cryptocurrency will go down, and the demand for desktop graphics cards will go down also. Unfortunately, it's hard to say when that will happen. You see, we have a problem right now. Governments keep printing money, and because of this, it's affecting the value of the dollar. 22% of the currency currently circulating in the United States was printed in 2020. That's likely why the price of Ethereum is so high in the first place. It's likely not Ethereum that's high, but the dollar that's down in relation to it. This inflation will drive the cryptocurrency market, and as long as GPUs are making people money, the demand will stay high. It's honestly hard to blame them. Currently, a 3080 can mine about $10 worth of Ethereum a day. Even if you were to pay exorbitant scalped prices, that's a really quick return on investment. Also, when it comes to crypto miners, you're not competing for GPUs with the guy down the street that has a crypto mining rig in his garage. You're actually competing with organizations that have warehouses full of crypto mining rigs using hundreds of graphics cards. Unfortunately, these people have really deep pockets and a lot of connections. On a plus side, it turns out that AMD's new GPUs are not very efficient at mining Ethereum, so it's likely stock on those should settle down soon. Unfortunately, there's another problem there as well. AMD has Ryzen, EPYC, and Radeon, and we're probably going to have another Threadripper soon. And this doesn't even take into account that AMD pretty much has a monopoly on providing silicone for game consoles. So fabs are being stretched pretty thin with producing silicone for AMD. It's times like these that I bet AMD wishes they still had their own fabs. So, then where are all the graphics cards? I don't know. It may be a while before GPUs are available. At least we can look forward to a plentiful used market down the road. Unfortunately, if we start having a serious inflation issue, we may only be able to afford used cards anyway. If this video was helpful to you, then please like this video, and please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. I post a new video every week. And hey, before you go, check out a couple of these videos. Have a great day.